If you play a game of chimps from round 6 to 140, you'll be able to get a grand total of 23,095,773 pops, around that area. So can we get 23 million of those pops in this video with the MOAB Domination? As of the time of recording this video, I recently done a 2 Megapops with the MOAB press, but we're going to have to change a few things here and there in order to make the MOAB Domination a bit more accessible from the beginning so that we can get it as soon as possible, and B, some of our supported towers are going to have to be a bit stronger, like let's say rather than having overclock, we need ultra boost. Rather than call to arms, we need homeland defense. So our first objective is to get Geraldo down, and in order to do that, well, we need the money for him. Now, we don't want to just do any kind of run. I would like to first be able to get every single pop from round 6 to 100 with the MOAB Domination. And then from after that, well, we're going to have round 119 as a road blocker, and then round 140 as well, definitely going to be a road blocker. Because of the fact that, for some strange reason, if you enable the second bad to get up here, then any towers behind this log will be able to hit them for a little bit of time. Don't know why. It's not down to the tower, it's down to the spacing in between each of the bads. Also, because we're going for all pops between round 6 to 100, this is going to save me from doing a video on an all pops MOAB Domination video, so that's pretty cool. Round 15, we could put submersion support down, but I would like to get that bonus camo damage against DDTs because it's better to have the bonus damage than not have the bonus damage. Now, all pops chimp scenarios are a little bit different from your usual chimp scenarios. You don't really want to have an alchemist because, yes, it's good to buff your all pops chimpable tower, but then you run the risk of the alchemist stealing pops. And the absolute zero is obviously off the cards because, well, that will steal pops as well every time you use this ability. Glue gunners are still an option though, because they don't steal pops, as long as you don't go corrosive glue or super glue. Balloon sabos are still an option, but you just need to put them in a spot where they're not going to steal any pops whatsoever. And I mean whatsoever. Okay, round 24, we're going to put an invisibility potion on you. Normally we would put a road spike at the end of the track there, but since this is all pops between round 6 and 100, that option is not available for us. 26, we've got zebra balloons to take down. Now we've got round 27 and all its loveliness. That's one. Monkey commerce, we are not monkeying around in this scenario. Lead balloon city, no, this is not balloons monkey city, that's the wrong game. Though I would like to have a new one in the future. Good, I have enough for a invisibility potion. I was a bit concerned if we couldn't get it or not, because we still do not have the radar scanner up and running. Okay, that's there for both rounds 33 and 38, and also 36 as well. Don't forget about 36. Now, believe it or not, DDTs are not going to be a very big problem for us because we can just continuously knock them back with the MOAB Domination. And we can also slow them down using a MOAB Glue Gunner, which is very cool. Here we go, 36, regrow green camo balloons. I forgot my bearings and what to say, but we can't just rely on Geraldo forever for camo detection, otherwise we're going to run out of invisibility potions, and at that point if we run into a camo round and have no money for a radar scanner, then we're kind of boned. Now the question is, can we get the MOAB press for round 40? And it looks like we're going to have, oh, there we go, good enough, the means to be able to do so. So MOAB press round 39, and we will at some point get the MOAB Domination, but we still need some things put down before we can do that. Like glue gunners. Glue gunners are a big friend for the boomerang here. Round 40, you will soon be going down, my pufferfish friend. And there we have it. Zebra balloon is a bit concerning there. First and foremost, primary mentoring so that we can make our future upgrades of primary towers, mainly glue gunners, just a tad bit cheaper in the vicinity here. We would like to get a glue hose first. And then we have to go all the way up to glue storm in order to make round 79 a possibility. That's the first one. Always go with stronger glue as your cross pathing for your middle path glue gunner. Unless you want it for a very specific purpose where you just stick it at glue soaks. But I just find that the longer amount of time that glue has on a balloon and also the effects of it making it go even slower than usual just far outweighs being able to soak through every single layer. Sorry. What did I even say there? There we go, that's our second one, and we'll get up to a 013 for the moment. I'll decide in the future if we need Relentless Glue and Glue Splatter. Probably most likely will do, but not right now. The bigger globs just means that we can stick more than one MOAB at any given point in time, and having the increased Pierce because of primary training, I believe we could stick up 3, if not more than 3 at a time. Round 49 though is the first round I'm going to consider before of using a cleansing foam and also pin as well so that we can get increased PS per foam and be able to slow down balloons when they get to this point anyway. So your only purpose at the moment is to regrow balloons so that we don't have a population problem from everything that we've got going on here, and there are still some regrow balloons which will be annoying to counter. Obviously there has to be some still on my field over here. No, this might require another means of destruction like glue strike. And not, well, that's support, not destruction, but you get what I mean. Slow them all down and be able to do extra damage against them. Nice. Glue strike was there when we needed it. Okay, take away the foam before you decide to pop lead balloons, dear engineer. Also, Daka is reference to orcs from Warhammer 40k. Do you regrow the regrow balloons on this round? There we go. Not a problem whatsoever. And reposition you when we either A, don't need you, or B, they're going to be leads upcoming and you don't want to accidentally pop any of them. So this is going to be our setup for the remainder of the run until we get MOAB Domination. This is what we're going to have that's going to defend the entire rest of the run while we just have MOAB Press. Although we do need Glue Storm first, I forgot to mention that. Wait for the last slot of ceramics to spawn out, then Glue Strike them. Notice that with ceramics or below, you're able to coat them with both yellow glues and pink glues. But with any MOAB class balloons, it only shows one or the other, not both. But I think that's just mainly visually rather than the effects of them. But then again, you still get that glue issue where if you glue strike a MOAB class balloon, sometimes you can't stick them with a MOAB glue, and that is unfortunately intended by design rather than it being a bug, which I would rather have as a thing. I'd rather these interact with balloons like they do in Balloons Battle 2, rather than one taking priority over the other, rather than all of them synergizing with one another. Okay, I promise you this time around, the next upgrade we will get will be the MOAB Domination. Enough monkeying around, flare balloons, just get on with it. What's really tricky about round 59 is that we do have lead balloons, but then just immediately after that we do have regrow ceramics to take care of, so we need to move you when the time is right, which is now. You didn't get any pops, which is good, but not all of the ceramics have been regrowed, and I would rather not try and regrow them because there's still lead balloons to contest with. So glue storm all of you. Hopefully we'll be able to do enough damage to take you all out, and some of them are repopulating, which is annoying. which can be complicated when it comes to working out all of the pops that we have in comparison to all of the additional pops in which we created because of regrow balloons. And there goes the BFB, and then there goes everything else. It's like the big problem with this is the smaller balloons, not the larger ones. Well, except the bad, that's still a problem. Right, round 61, let's put the foam all the way back over here so that we do not have a regrow issue, but we will still have a regrow issue, but it's just not as overpopulating. And hopefully this does it. Hopefully. The foam just disappears too quickly. That's the problem. If we upgrade up to overclock, then the foam would have more pierce, but money dictates we cannot do that at this given point in time. There we go. That's all the regrow's gone. Actually, I'm just going to put you over here because of the end of round 62. We're going to initiate the glue storm once all of these MOAB class balloons have been... I was hoping to glue it, but I pressed one too soon. That's what I mean by this annoying feature in the game where sometimes a MOAB class balloon can't be MOAB glued because of a glue strike or a glue storm. It's really annoying. Okay, there goes 62. Now, do we need what we would call a Jerry's Fire? I hope not, just because of money, but you may never know. Okay, 63. Not going too well so far, but we definitely need to hold out on when we use our ability. Okay, round 63. It's definitely just trying to take care of all of these ceramic waves, honestly. And then using glue storm again, take them all down. But just the last lot of ceramics are going to be the most annoying part about all of this, because they're not even being touched just yet. And this is really annoying because we've got so much pierce still left to get through. Yeah, this is not happening. This is not happening without some means of help. Fine, I'll do it. But I'm not happy about it, okay? All it takes is that one little fire on your heart to start igniting, and then there's smoke in the background. Yeah, that does it. Sometimes Jerry's Fire just makes things just a little bit too easy. But you know what? Sometimes that little bit of help is what you need. Not just in a balloons game, but in other scenarios in life. Now, what about round 65 and the two BFBs here? We will cook these lobsters and then eat them. Oh wait, they're made of helium, so we can't really do that. Helium and rubber. And yellow balloons. They're made of evil. Imagine if we get to round 140 and the thing that we die to is a single yellow balloon with no other balloons on the screen. No other balloons on the screen, just one yellow balloon. It goes to show to you all that the yellow balloon is the most evil of all of them, because it will always appear on the death screen. But here we go. Regrow ceramics de-regrowed. No more Jerry's Fire. Means no more interruptions. But we just definitely need it for round 63. Well, perhaps we could have made it work with a creepy idol, but I'd rather not try experimenting with that feature, thank you very much. I play this music on pretty much every video I do on the channel, but let me know what you think about Winter Nights Chilled. If you are a new viewer to the channel, then A, welcome to the channel, it's great to have you on board, and B, if you like what you see and you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, then please like the video, comment and subscribe so that you can see videos like this in your subscription box in the future. We are on the road to 100k subscribers, and if we manage to get to that milestone, I'm going to be doing a Yellow Balloons Death compilation where I showcase every single time on the channel I have died to a yellow balloon. And hint, I have died to them a lot, which is going to be a lot of content digging to try and find each and every single one of them. Right, this round can be a bit of a brute at times because of all of these clumped up BFBs that are together. So what I like to do in order to take you all out is to assert my dominance. my domination. I'm sure the MOAB Domination monkey asserts its T-pose to assert its dominance. Right, no yellow balloons shall cross down to these parts. No! Well, at least it's a pink balloon. Right, in the hopes that these run out on 80, I'm going to do both Jerry's Fire and Jar of Pickles in order to increase our odds of being able to get through, mainly this round, 76 and 79. And then when we are able to get MOAB Domination, we don't have our attack speed nerfed because of the pickles. Because pickles also increases the damage of the Jelly's Fire. Maybe that was the incorrect timing of using the ability, just like in my overrun where I used Glue Storm too late throughout the round, and therefore we can't get it back. Ready for this round, but I think that does it. Brilliant. I don't have to go through that nightmare again. 77, would you please be exterminated? Okay, 77 is coming to a close, just like I wanted to. Okay, round 78. Glue Storm, you now severed all of these ceramics are affected by the additional damage which we can pose upon them. And with the help of Jerry's Fire, we should be able to get through all of this nicely. Still dealing with some of them, but that should be good. You will not stop us, purple balloons. No way, Jose, would you be able to get through us. If our fires cannot hurt you, then our boomerangs will. Thrown by the most powerful of Australian monkeys. Right, here is the most arduous round of any bottom path boomerang enthusiast's attempts to try and go through this scenario. I am trying to regrow these, but there's only so much that a cleansing foam can do before it can't do what you want it to do because there's just too many balloons on the screen. We have taken care of the regrow threats, but now it's the BFB and Fortified BFB threats we need to take into consideration now. We can't slow down with a ice tower, otherwise we won't have the money to get other things in which we need in the future. Okay, you're going down, please go down. Pretty please go down. I said pretty please, so you can't say no. It's like a rule, if you say pretty please then it's good, okay? Round 80, ZOMG. Can we do the damage though in order to take the spin down? We can knock it back. We can slow it down with a MOAB glue gunner. But do we have the damage in order to take it down? Or do we need a Jerry's Fire? Again. Very close. Come on, you know you can do it. You've got badges on your fins. You know you can do it. Would you? There we go. Just like I predicted, they will go down. But now it's the ceramics which are going to be the annoyance. And then everything else ensuing. You best not escape, yellow balloons, otherwise I'm going to have to say something to your mothers. Yeah, this is definitely better. The fins have appeared earlier. The BFBs have been approached much earlier. And the MOABs will also now appear earlier. Glue Storm, I need you active to slow them down, to create the additional damage, etc. I need all of these to be slowed down first before I initiate the Glue Storm, otherwise some BFBs will pull ahead because they cannot be MOAB glued. These are going quite well so far. We've popped the majority of the BFBs, but does this bode well for like 82? I don't think so. I'm thinking of the ceramics on the inside that could be an issue. There we go. All of them have been glued now. They all have received the purple glue. Now they shall receive the yellow glue. They're not even purple, I mean they're pink. But we will now have the money for the MOAB Domination. The run has now become significantly easier. Also, what's great about the MOAB Domination, it throws a special kind of Kyle boomerang, which just targets MOAB class balloons and they also explode as well. pretty boomtastic. So what's next on the table of purchases? Well, we're going to get ourselves an Ultra Boost. Obviously, we need to get overclock first, but we're going to get an Ultra Boost as soon as possible to get that times 10 stack, meaning that the attack speed of this thing will be permanently increased. Oh my goodness sakes. I love that. I love the fact that you can just store them. And in some cases, we can perma-store them with a combination of Ultra Boosts and Homeland Defenses. They may not do a huge amount of damage, but if you can just knock them back to a point where they can't advance, it doesn't matter how little damage you're doing. Yeah, Overclock is definitely showing its effect here by being able to throw fast and just keep them back for longer, for goodness sakes. But it will be well into the hundreds before we can get Ultra Boost, so that is something in which we definitely need to consider. And we're definitely going to rely on these glue gunners in order to help slow down the MOABs and ensure that we can glue them all and do bonus damage against them. Although the +2 damage at this point is kind of null and void, but at the same time, we'll still take it because of the Fortified BAD on round 140 being a bit of a plonker. Yes, I'm British. I can use that word. Also, I don't think it's one of those words that needs to be censored. Also, you don't need to be British to say it, but we are a nation of beer drinkers. 93 DDTs don't stand a chance. Thank you, Radar Scanner, for enabling us to pop the wretched DDTs. Keep them all stored in place, and with the better invisibility potion, the special Kyle boomerang attack can also reach the MOAB class balloons a bit sooner, which is good. Yeah, just I'm really not too sure what to say, DDTs, but you just don't stand a single chance really. So, Engineer, no pops. Geraldo, no pops. Oh, and Glue Gunners, obviously no pops, and Villagers, obviously no pops. What about the fortified ones? We're able to store them enough at a certain point where sometimes you're not able to glue them. Take them out, MOAB Domination, take them out. 1.6 million pops. Yeah, that was just really easy, like not even a question or a shadow of doubt as to whether or not this round would be possible or not. Of course it is. We have the dominating weapon that is the MOAB Domination. And there goes down round 99, and 100 will soon be entailed with the same fate as 99. We're going to turn you off so that we can see the total pops at the end of this round, and that goes to show that we do indeed have all of the pops with the MOAB Domination. Right, your tail is now bandaged, which is a good sign actually. This is one of the best skins for the bad when it comes to showing visual changes depending on how much HP they've got left. Okay, that is round 100 concluded, and as you can tell, we've got slightly few more pops because of regrow balloons at some point throughout the game, but as you can tell, 0 pops, 0 pops, 0 pops, 0 pops, 0 pops, and 0 pops. Every single pop was the MOAB Domination. Now, what about the final 40 rounds or so? Now, our only tool for the moment to increase our attack speed is with the overclock. But we can't always use it because then we might not have it in a time of need, and this round is definitely going to be one in which we definitely need to use it because of all of the DDTs on it. But don't you worry, there are so many more DDTs to come. Take round 138 for example, where the entire round just consists of them. 103, we're still doing very solid work with our knockbacks honestly, but it's just a matter of all of these ceramics. Can we throw enough of these in order to contain these behemoths? Yeah, they're going down very well. By the way, we're not using Glue Storm. We don't need it at this given point in time. We're doing the damage required. But obviously for the bad, it did help just a little bit. Just a tiny bit more damage. We're doing thousands of damage every second. Sometimes tens of thousands. And also with a glue storm, that does go even further. The more targets you hit per throw, the more powerful, the more pops we get. Right, let's glue this entire round here. Can we get... Okay, so we've got Ultra Booster money now, but we're going to overclock you first before we get Ultra Boost, because the cooldown does reset upon purchasing. Ooh, DDTs, can we contain these? Can we contain these? Can we? Okay, we've got Ultra Boost active, which is very good. But look at all these. Some of them not being affected by the glue gun of the MOAB because of the glue storming effect. Not good whatsoever. Yeah, we've got 2 of them up, and we're just keeping these permanently contained to the beginning of the map. And here's even more containment with more attack speed on top. Yeah, I always prefer the faster attack route rather than the more pierce route of the top cross path with MOAB Domination. But also we need the better single target damage, being able to throw more of them, especially when it comes to the Fortified BAD. But I think the next thing we're going to do is the call to arms and then the defense of the homelands. 23 mega cheeses is a made up apartment where you need to get 23 or more 23 or more million pops with a single tower going up to the end of round 140. Today we're doing this with a MOAB Domination with ×10 Ultra Boost and soon Homeland Defense. I always prefer to go Ultra Boost first before Call to Arms and Homeland Defense, just so that you can get that permanent attack speed boost first rather than just temporary ones. We are definitely what we call Ultra Boost gaming. With this in place, do you think it would be a good idea to Ultra Boost any of our glue gunners so that they attack faster? Maybe if we don't have a DT on the next round, then that would be a good idea, because with this amount of attack speed now, we can keep some of the strongest targets contained to the beginning of the map. But obviously we'll alternate between the two. 115, and even if we don't have the Ultra Boost on the MOAB Domination, we could just simply use Call to Arms in order to make up for our lack of attack speed at that given point in time. But we are throwing them very quickly. Oh dear, once you're the only opponent's left images, you could just be chucked back to oblivion. Not only are you powerful, but you do have utility as well. The best of both worlds. DDTs, what are you up to? Not a lot, it seems. Where did the DDTs go? Even more DDTs. Where did they go? ZOMGs. What are you all about? Goes to show what additional attack speed can do. Okay, round 119. We are definitely going to be deploying everything that we have in order to stop this threat. But do keep in mind that these two will attack the second BAD. Look at this BS right here. Yep, just a little bit of an open window. How do you explain that one to us, Ninja Kiwi? Second one eliminated soon. Good, good. We need the third one now to be removed from existence, and then we can breathe a sigh of relief for the next 20 rounds or so. Even round 138 is not going to be difficult because of the knockback. Sometimes it looks like they're being shaken by Psy. I mean, look at how they're just vibrating like that. They're trying to move forward, but just let me know if you think that you also see the same sort of thing that you see when Psy initiates their psionic scream effect ability, I mean. And here is the Homeland Defense in all of its tier 5 glory. The more RBE they gain, the more in which we can hold them in place without them being popped too soon, which means we have more opportunities for more ultra boosts on our glue gunner here. You got 8 pops, you got 22 pops, so that's a combination of 30 steals. Flare balloons, this is a total failure of a video because this is not all pops with MOAB Domination. I said until round 100. then the rest of the game is free play, free for all. Call of Duty. Now, I think past a certain point, that game just became an absolute bucket load of cringe. Right, there is a sign of a single lead balloon, which means a whole bunch of DDTs follow suit, and they are not advancing past this line here. Right, Fortified DDTs, what have you got to show for me? Absolutely nothing. It's now time to help us out on the round 140 scenario. So we're going to be placing down 2 of these in the hopes that we can do enough damage in order to damage them enough so that then they can be taken down by the MOAB Domination, but obviously not too much damage, so then we are outside of 23 million pops with the MOAB Domination, and we still have over 6 million pops left to produce. Under 6 million left to produce, and we are in the final 11 rounds. Just so to show how scaling affects the amount of pops that you get throughout an entire game. A huge amount. Right, we won't be ultra boosting you anymore since you're now at ×10, Spanner. You Spanner! Stick to them when there's glue storm into place. Right, can be ZOMGs outpierce the MOAB Domination? And I think the answer is no. It's just not happening. How many BFBs are there? Well, there might be a lot of them, but not enough to stop us. Probably ABR round 139 could be interesting with this setup. Oh, that round is just so menacing. There's so many BFBs on that round. It's like pays homage to round 139 in a regular game, but just replace every MOAB with a BFB. Finally, we can end this ruckus of a round. Now, between round 6 and 140, I think round 135 has the most amount of RBE throughout the entire scenario. A whole bunch of Fortified ZOMGs and even more Fortified DDTs on that round. We're very close to another Spike Storm. But do we go to Relentless Glue after that? That is a good question, because I do want enough to be able to put down 2 Rejuve potions. We can also do Jerry's Fire and Invisibility Potion now, since now that will last for the remainder of the game. And there's a second Spike Storm. Good. Round 135. This is just an incredibly brutal round, but we have absolutely everything in which we need in order to take this thing down. I think the only other thing that which we can produce down in order to increase our attack rate is a perma-brew, but we just don't have the money for it. Not at all. Yeah, we're keeping these in place, that's for sure. There's no question about that little factor. We've got that going on for us. Okay, we've got enough for 2 Rejuve potions. But still, do I need Relentless Glue? I'll see how I go along when it comes to money. I think Pickles would be a nerf because we'll have less attack speed. And we definitely need that wonderful attack speed in order to help us out here. These are all of the ZOMGs on this round, and they are, like, each type of MOAB class splinter-sized BADs and DDT spawn on this round, and they spawn in huge groups. Here we go, round 137, sorry, done and dusted. Now the biggest DDT round of them all, 138, pays homage to 95 in a way. Okay, this is getting a lot of them now. Okay, Homeland Defense it up, and there's just no chance whatsoever. Okay, I've got to sharpen stone and pickles you up now so that I don't do it around 140. Do I get a stronger stim than an alchemist? Okay, we've got a little bit of wiggle room here, but not a lot. We would like Homeland Defense back for around 140, that's for certain. Okay, but it's going to be a bit of an experiment when it comes to what we do for around 140, to be honest. Okay, around 140. So, what's definitely going to be needed is Homeland Defense, Spike Storm, Ultra Boost you, and then do it again to get as much damage on you as possible. But my question is, I think we also need to partially damage the other bad that spawns in this round with spike storms and all that jazz. So that so far is nowhere near 95,000, but if we use a second one under Homeland Defense, that could put us in contention of being able to get too many steals. Let's see what we've got going on here. Do not want... Okay, so that's come up to 45k. That was only at 38k. So if we can do it like this, and this could be good. But I just need to be mindful of our chances here. We do have the rejuve potions at the back. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's very good going on here. That's really good. We're holding these back, but we still have... Oh, we've only got one rejuve potion. My bad. We've still got this bad left, and we've not really damaged it, which is not what you call good for our chances. We're gonna do everything that we can here, but I feel like we need more damage on this other bad here. And as you can tell, we're just not doing the damage needed in order to take it down. Yeah, this is gonna... Okay, so just managed to pop it. But obviously we don't have the utilities now to be able to deal with the rest of this, so... This is going to take some trial and error.
Welcome back. Anything you could possibly need. Curiosity is the name.
Oh, we have a chance here. We have a chance. Oh, we got a big old chance up here. Yes, we're good. Just, oh my gosh. Why? Of all the things to lose to.
Anything you could possibly need. Careful. These aren't.
Be seized, please. Do not come any further than this. Please. Yes. Ah, still more ZOMGs to take down. Another Homeland Defense, okay? We've got it. Gosh. That was so good, actually, trying to fathom out around 140. And, yeah, it's really risky to keep it on strong because once the Fortified BAD and the Fortified DDTs are taken care of, then, well, actually, you would have to take down the Fortified DDTs first. Then, if you keep it on strong, it will just target the backmost bad rather than the Fortified ZOMGs at the front. And that is what you need in order to get enough damage, but you still run the risk of those Fortified ZOMGs trying to get away. So you kind of need to pair them up so that the bad is popped where the ZOMGs, the Fortified ones, sorry, are at the frontmost sort of scenario there. So that is really cool. I really like that scenario. And when I tried this in my spare time, I didn't even think about, like, just keep you on strong where the Fortified ZOMGs were along this way here, so I can actually get the bad taken down, so that then the only thing I got left are Fortified ZOMGs and regular ZOMGs. And that's how I've done this little adventure right here. And yeah, just nearly 41,000, with a few pops to spare. So that's got 9 less than this one, but that's kind of how I want it, actually. If you both exceeded 45,000, then it'd be a bit precarious at that point, because you've only got just under 96,000 to spare. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, everyone. It's just been one of those scenarios of all time. The only thing that changed is the end round. Nothing else has been changed here at all. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. Let me know what you thought of the video down in the comment sections below, and see you all in the next time of Death by a Yellow Balloon. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care of yourselves.